Okay. For the string comparison, we started with some inbuilt string methods. Okay, the methods which will be applicable for strings. Correct, like what we have seen upper, then lower. Now, what all those will be doing? See, if I have a word something like this banana, which is in a small case, so if I use the function which is upper, so automatically it converts into caps or the capital letter. Okay, now similarly vice versa also. From lower to upper, that is also possible. Okay, it means now we have to invoke these functions. Then we will be appending these functions with a word, or sometimes we pass what the arguments for these inbuilt functions. Okay, the both way is possible over here. Now, one example with respect to argument passing, we have seen it yesterday. What was that? It was with respect to the find method. Okay. Now, what does exactly this find method will give you? It exactly finds the letter which I am searching, and it tries to return you the index of it. And one thing to remember here is it will always return the first index value. Yeah, of course, A is repeated so many times. Correct? It doesn't give you the all the values. Only when it will be occurring for the first time, only that index will be returned. Yeah. Now, if at all, if I want to know still how many A's I have and if I need its indexes, then I need to what? Find it using other method. That is using the second argument called as the start index. Okay, it means I want to start the finding from some other position or from some other index. And now that is also possible using uh, the same find method, but by providing two arguments. The first argument, what we are trying to search, and the second argument will be from where it should start searching or finding. And now this is what the two arguments with respect to find method. Okay, now we have seen this also yesterday with this what example with respect to this. Now to move with some other inbuilt functions like strip method. Okay. Then what is a strip method? See, strip method is nothing but what? See, when I have a few statements, okay, not all the times those statements will be what without spaces and all. I mean, white spaces or new lines or some tabs will be there. Now, if I have a paragraph, there will be some tabs and white spaces and all. Okay, now, programmatically, if I want to remove those unwanted spaces or tabs, then now that can be done using the strip method. Now I will show you. See, with respect to this here, I have two space over here. I hope you can observe it. And after go, I have two spaces over here. Now, if I want to remove these two spaces, then now I have to what implement the strip method. Strip
Sir, your
method
voice is not clear, sir.
here. Okay. How is it now? Is it okay? Is it clear now? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Yeah. What I was telling with respect to strip method. The strip method will exactly remove the white spaces, either before or after the characters or words. Okay. Now there is one more option. If I want to remove only the spaces at the end, okay, that can also be possible. And I have one more function only to remove which is before the what before the character or before the word. Okay. Now that can also be done. It means I can omit only these spaces or only these spaces. If I want to what omit both the spaces, then I will go with strip method. Okay. Similarly, we have R strip and L strip. Okay. These are the two functions which we will do accordingly. It removes the first space and the later space. Okay. Now we'll see this small example. Okay. So this is what line. Now I want to remove the both the spaces. Now how exactly it works? Simple method it is. Okay. So it just removes these white spaces. Okay, there is only one or two space over here. Okay. No matter how many space I have over here, all those spaces will be what removed. Okay. Now what do I do? So it entirely removes all those white spaces whichever are before and after. Okay. Now one more thing what I have, I want to remove the spaces at the end or at the beginning. Okay. Now we'll see how it can be done. Now what I will do, I will use R strip. Now what does this R strip does? We'll see. Now what it does, R strip, Anyone? What does that R script function does or did? Yes. No audible? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what exactly this R script does? See, it only removed the white space at the right side. Okay. R stands for right. Okay. Right side, the white spaces will be removed with respect to this statement. Now, if I want to remove this, I mean before X, then what will be employing? We'll be employing with else. Yeah, we'll check whether it works. But it will retain the earlier one. Why I am applying the same line again? Yeah. Now I am trying to remove only the left side white spaces. So else. Similarly, R strip will remove the what? The right side white spaces. Now, if I want to remove both, only strip. Okay, this is a simple three inbuilt functions which removes the white spaces. Okay. Somewhere, sometimes it will be useful. So we have an inbuilt functions. Okay. Now, without using these inbuilt functions, we can also omit these spaces. Okay. Now we have to write a program for it. Now, that can also be done. So just to avoid all those time-consuming process, so Python has given you the inbuilt method as such methods. Okay. The next simple method is starts with. Now, what is this starts with? Self-explanatory. Okay, this is just as what an English meaning, okay, or the grammatical meaning. Starts with. Now I have a line over here. Now I want to check whether this line starts with have or not. And always it starts with will return you the Boolean values, either true or false. Okay. Now if it is starting with have, it returns true. Okay, even though I see, and in Python, this is Python case sensitive. Capital H is completely different from small h. Why? Its ASCII value will change. Correct? The Python will differentiate its capital H and small h. Done. That is why the line dot starts with respect to small h will be false. So now we'll just check the simple example. Okay. Paste over here. Yes. I'm trying to do. Yeah, it is true. Then why h over here? Now what do I do? Okay. Now I will make this as capital H. Okay, still this is true or false? It is true. Why? Capital H is there. Now what do I do? I will make it small h. Now it will be false. Why? Capital H and small h are completely different. Okay, this is what the start set method. Now, now what we have seen. Okay, now in order to work with the above example, I need to convert its case. Now that can also be done. Line dot lower than whether it starts with h or no. Okay. Now, for example, maybe okay with respect to any textbook or any English. Okay, usually the first letter will be always capital H. Right? Now, I want to ignore all those capitals in my entire paragraph or in my entire text. I hope I'm clear. I repeat again. Now, I have a text file or a word file. Okay, now wherever I have a word file, I least bother about it is capital or small. Okay. No, but I need to check whether it is starting with or not. Now, if that is the case, then every time, usually it will be starting with the first letter will be a capital. Now, what do? We just convert it into lower. Then I can use this starts with. Now, just to avoid this false output. Correct now. As an English, okay, of course, capital H and small h doesn't have difference. But with respect to ASCII values, these are different. Now, for a common man, it should give you true. Correct? Technically speaking, it should be false. But for a common man or for a general purpose, what? It should be true. That is why with respect to program, how do? We try to convert its case. After converting its case, then I can check whether it is starting or not. And now, but actually this program should work even for common layman also. That is how we need to write some programs. Okay. Now what do? I want to check with this. What what exactly I am trying to do here. I will simple use lower method. Previously, yesterday we have used lower method or upper method. Then I will check it. Correct? Now it should return you true. Right? The entire whatever wherever I had capitals, so all those capitals will be replaced with what? The lowercase. Now I can check. See now instead of employing two different statements, I can do it in one. Okay. The line dot lower means that will be the same line statement and it will be in completely small case. Now for that completely small case statement or line, I am trying to check whether it starts with small h or that's all. Yeah, this is what with respect to reducing the number of statements. It means I can employ as such different different inbuilt methods what like appending like this. You can use any number of such functions over here using dot operator. It means this dot is an operator which will try to link the function with an object or with respect to one more function. Okay. Now this is what with respect to lowering, checking whether it is starting with or no. Okay. Now, yeah. Now, okay. We'll study a very important kind of thing over here. Now, what is that? It means parsing a string. So, parsing a string means I have a line over here. Now, with respect to that line, I want to parse it. It means I want to read it. And after reading, I want to extract some words which I am interested or letters which I am interested. Okay. See, for example, I hope the screen is visible. Okay, this is what mail which is received, and this is in one of the text files. Now I want to check its domain. Now, what is its domain name? I hope you know. For example, what xyz@gmail.com. Now, what is the domain over here? Gmail. This is of Google. Correct. Now it means gmail.com will be a domain name or the second half of the address. Now that I want to extract. Now to extract only this part, correct? I have to extract only this part now. It means the second part of the address. Now to extract only this part, what will be the logic? What will be the logic? Now, and there is a standard format with respect to these statements like this. Okay, now if I have a text file, now wherever I have these kind of statements, it will be always a standard one. How standard? After add, there will be a space. Then once this second half of the address is over, immediately again there will be a space. Okay. Now with respect to this particular statement, I want to extract only this address, that is uct.ac.za. Now how can I extract only these and print? Can anyone give me the logic for this? What should I do here? Yes. Can anyone give me the logic for this? I hope I am audible. Amit?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you repeat the question?
Okay. Now what my question is, I hope you can see this statement, the highlighted one.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Now this statement is in one of the text file or word file. Okay, that is secondary now. Now
Yes.
I have a line over here. Now from this line, I want to print only this much. I hope you got me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. How can I do this? And with respect to this line, I mean, whatever line I have here, I have two standards over here. It means for all these, for all such lines in any of the files, it will be always this kind only. This kind means some standard is maintained over here. Now, what is the standard? Again, I repeat. Always these second half of the address will be after at. Correct? Next, immediately followed by this address, there will be a space. Then we have something. I mean, date, week, and all those month and all. And now, if you go to your Gmail, then if you check from whom it has been received, there you will be getting something like this, such statements. Okay. Now, I want to just extract only this address from this line. What may be the logic for this? Yes. Someone told something. What was that?
So split, string split, sir.
Yes, Dhaneshwari, I'm not getting it.
String, sir.
Ah,
String dot split.
string dot split. Okay. Okay. Then even if you split it again, okay, you again all those will be printed. Correct? To go for split, what will happen? One, I mean, from will print, then Stephen will print, then Marquard will print. It means it prints all those individual words associated with this line. But I want to print only this one. See, we can use the concept which I learned yesterday. Yeah, quick. And I am telling you that these particular statements are standard ones. Hence, the same format is maintained throughout the text file or word file, wherever we have such kind of statements. Is that again? I will repeat this. Whatever the address we have, it will be always followed by at, and after this address we have a space. See, two clues I am giving you. How can I extract or how can I pull out only this second half of the address? Amit, Priya. No one. Kritika.
So by importing,
Hi.
importing.
Okay. What you will be importing?
So from that mail we'll import that specific like file or what.
No, don't worry about files and all. Only just worry about the statement first. Okay, I will give you the hint. Here we are going to use find method and slicing technique. Correct? Why I am trying to use find method and slicing method over here? I told what there is a standard over here. Now what is that standard? It is always this address will be always after at. Correct? After at. It means now what I have to find? I have to find at symbol. Correct? Now to print this from this index, now if I use find method, I am going to get the index of this at. Correct? Now plus one I will do, then I can start printing this. Now till where I have to end this, that I need. Again, what should I find? The space I have to find. Clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Okay, I will repeat again. I have to find at symbol. Why? The address starts after at. That is why I have to find at symbol. If I use find at, I will get its index. Correct? That index plus one will give me what? The index of this u. Correct? Now I can start printing from this point. I mean from this index. Now till where? That is the question. Correct? Now till where? Till I get another space. Now I have to find this space index. I mean the index of this space. Correct? And next one more thing. Now if I use finding this space from beginning, see I have so many spaces. Correct? Here I have a space. Here I have a space. Correct? Now what type of find method I have to use to find this space? Yes. What type of find method I have to use to find this space? Now, why I need this space? This space will be stopping to print this address. Here, it means now I will be using a find method with two arguments. One from where I got already. Now till where? I mean, from where it has to start? From this index it has to start. Correct? Now that only, I mean, that particular function we have studied. Yes, finding. What I have to find? From where? Now, why from where? I am finding space. Correct? I am finding space. From where? From this particular point. Or from you. Now, why only from here? Because I have white spaces over here. Here I have, correct? Again, here I have. But I am searching a white space after this address. That is why the starting address for space should be from here. I have to understood the logic. Okay. Now I got starting index and I got ending index. Then I can easily extract this and I can print. Clear? Any doubts here? Any doubts here? You will see the program of this. Now what is that? I have to use find method, then I have to use slicing technique. Now how? See. Initially what I will assign this particular entire statement in one word. Next, I will find at symbol. Am I clear? And my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what I am trying to find at. Now what is the index of at? It's 21 somewhere. Okay. Now actually there won't be space. I don't know why I have given space. This is a mistake over here. Yeah. Anyway. Now if space is considered, then it would be the index will increase. Now here I don't have space. So consider this only. This line you have to consider. Okay. Now avoid this space. Okay, now if I avoid that space, now what will be the index of this at? Start counting. It starts with 0, you know. Okay. 0 till you will be getting, if I use find and for at the argument, its index will be 21. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. See, the at is at index 21. Okay, now you know find method will return you the index, and that index I am storing in this at position. See the variable how they have declared it. This is how we have to declare or the name the variable. Correct? It means I am finding the position of at symbol. Now it should be something meaningful kind of thing. That is why they have used the variable name as at pos. It's at position. Now I'll print its index. If I want, I can print it. Otherwise, I can ignore the statement. Next, what I need to find? Space. See here. I have a space. Can you see this? Before sat, after the day. Correct. Now this space I have to identify. Why I am interested in finding this space? It means I have to stop printing at this. Correct. Now I need its index. Here. Next. Now what I told, I have to use a find method. What I am finding from where? I hope I am clear. I repeat again. Find method is using two arguments. One first argument is I am finding space. Correct? And from where it should start? From at position. Correct? I don't have space over here. So from here it has to start. Here. See, when all such lines are maintained with some standards, then only this program will work. Clear? It means this address should be followed by at. Then after this address, I should have a space. Then only the program will work. Okay. Now again, what the find will return you? The index of home, this space. Starting from where? This at position. It means it starts to find from 21st index or from 22nd index. What? The space. Now 21 was here. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Correct? The space is at index 31. If I want to print it, I can get it. So 31 is the index. Now I got start index and I got end index. Now I can use slicing technique. Correct? Now this slicing technique has to be applied for this entire data. Clear? Now with respect to this statement which is stored in data, now I can use the slicing technique. It means from where I have to start printing and from where or till where I have to print or where I have to stop. Correct? Okay. Now how will I get it? At pause is at symbol. I don't want to print that at. Okay, plus 1. And index plus 1. 21 plus 1 will be 22. So 22 till where? Till the white space. And that white space will not be printed, you know, slicing technique. How is it? It means its index minus 1. What what will be at this index -1 A. Correct. So till A, now I will be printing. So print at host. So this will be print. Clear? Any doubts in the program? Anyone has any doubt in the program? Yes. Ritika, Sejal, Netra, Shripriya, Amit, Seema.
No, sir.
Okay, now we'll see how it works. Okay. I will just copy this to editor. Okay, I will try to remove this. Okay. Now, is there any indentation to be followed here? No. Why? I don't have any looping kind of thing over here. Correct? No indentation to be followed. I mean, no, what? The justifications. You know what? For example, I will just show this. Yeah. See, 21, I have printed it. Add position is 21. Then the space position is 31. Then I need only the address. See? That is only UCT dot the day will be printed. Any doubts in the program? If you have any doubts in the program, please ask. Yes? Anyone has any doubt? Audible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Audible.
Okay. Anyone has any doubt with this
Sir,
program?
sir, first we are finding only at, right?
Yes.
So instead of that, we can find both, no, sir, that space and at a time.
1 minute. I will clear this 1 minute. What you were trying to tell? Instead of finding only at, even what
We
do you
can
want?
find that space also, right?
How do you find?
Sir, comma, by using comma, we can find that space also.
Here, you mean to say here, find within
Yes,
single
how
quote.
we have found this SPPOS, no? So in the same way, we can find that also, right? Two at a time. Instead of finding a single term, we can use two at a time, and then we can print using this statement like at position +1 is to SPPOS -1. Then it will be small, no? So,
Okay. Now it means in the same find method, you want to do, I mean, separate with comma and find space.
yes, sir. We
Okay.
can.
Now, okay, you can. Now, I need a space which is after this JD.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Now, how will you get the space at this point? Correct? I have one more space here.
Yes, sir.
I will be getting this space. I don't want this space.
Yes, sir.
And moreover, and this find method, the second argument will be from where it has to start. But I know, I exactly don't know the index of this at now. Still, I am finding it. Once I
Yes.
get the index of this at, then only I can use this comma and what I can search with it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Anyone has any doubts still? Please ask if you have any doubts.
Sir,
Huh.
no, no, sir, it won't work.
Can I tell if you have anything?
Sir, no, no, sir, it won't work, sir.
But okay. Now what? Change the program to get the time. Yes, I need only time. Okay, if you can write the program or just take a pic of this program and you need to work, only it needs to print only this time. I mean, from 09, 14, 16, only this much has to be printed. It means I want to know at what time I received this. Only time I need. Yeah, you can take a pic of this program or it is available in the textbook. And you have to give me a program which will extract or print only the time factor. Clear? After the class or whenever you are free, just post me that program. Once you get this, the entire program will be same. Only some changes here. Oh, that's all. With respect to index and with respect to search or find, there will be some changes. Clear? Will you try? Will you try?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shri Priya?
Yes, sir.
Try this example, whatever I have told. Okay. Next. Now, this is how we see such type of concept we will be calling as parsing a string. Parsing a string means just finding substrings within a string. Okay. Next is the format operator. Okay, now, with respect to format operator, already we studied in C. Now, what is that formatting? You know, if I have an integer, we'll go with percentage %d. If I have float, then we will go with percentage %f. If I have a string, percentage %s. If I have a character, percentage %c. Correct? Now, all those can also be used in Python to print. Okay. Now, why it is useful? It means sometimes I will store a value in a variable. Then instead of using directly the value, what do? I use the percentage. It means if the value of these camels, if it changes dynamically, then it would be helpful. Clear? Means now, of course, now this is static. Correct. Now this 42 may come dynamically. It means the calculation or numerical computation from somewhere, it may this value may come. Correct. Now directly I can, if I employ such format strings or format operator, now obviously whatever the output I have in this variable, so that would be printed. Clear? And we already know what does D, C, S, F will stand for. Now we will be calling this as a format. So D stands for decimal, F stands for floating, C stands for character, S stands for string. Okay, there is what those are all predefined things with respect to a programming language. Yeah. Now what do I do? We'll see how exactly this works. What do I do? Camel is equal to photo. Now this is just a hard coded, okay, and I am getting this from nowhere. Okay, now initially I have analyzed it or sorry assigned it. See, now percentage D. Percentage camels means what exactly this means? Percentage D will give you the integer value of whom? Of camels. Now this is how I have to use it. Percentage D will give you an integer value. Next, percentage of camels means, correct, this is a format which I have to follow to print its value. Clear? Or directly even I can use print of camels. Okay, that is also possible. But if I use print of camels, now see, for if I have some statements, okay, with respect to statements, okay, say for example, I have a statement. Now what, yeah, here only. Okay, consider this statement itself. This statement itself. Okay. Now, sometimes date and year and even mail ID will come from somewhere. It is not hard coded. It means it is coming from somewhere, means some of the function, and that function is trying to return these values. Clear? Now, under certain circumstances, I need to go with such formats, format operators. I will show you one more example. It would be clear. Yeah, here it is. Now, camels equal to 42. Now, again, this is hard coded. Okay, now what I have spotted percentage D camels. Correct? Percentage camels means instead of directly specifying the variable, I cannot use the variables here in such printing statements. You know it already. Correct? It means if I want to print the value of a variable, that should be always at the end. That we know. Correct? Now using these format operators, I can print the value of a variable using such formats. Here, now what do I do? I just use this statement. Just try to print here. Yeah, see, I have spotted 42 camels. It means the value of this. See, we have already done this in C, printf, scanf, and all. The same thing over here. That's all. No much change here. Okay. If I use percentage f, what will be the output? Anyone? If I use percentage f, what will be the output? Yes,
42.0.
42.0. Is it? 42 point with so many zeros. Now, all so many number of zeros will depend upon the editor and all. Okay. Now, if I use percentage C, what will be the output? I use percentage C. What may be the output? Amit?
Camel.
Sorry?
Camel.
Camel. Okay. Any other answer? Star. Why star? See, I have assigned 42 in camels. Yeah, we don't know. There will be some random variable or value over here. Okay, now what do? I make it percentage yes. Now why it printed 42 now? Anyone?
So yes, string.
Yeah, 42 will be treated as string now. Yeah, no, but why percentage C will not treat this as a string? This is a group of characters. If there was only one character,
Yes.
it would have. Okay, we'll check that also. What do? I make camels as 4. So now we'll check whether it works or not. It should print how much? 4, right? We'll check. Yes, it works. Percentage C, 4 camels. And this slash x what it indicates, this is a decimal value. That's all. Clear? Any doubts in this formatting? Yes, we'll be using, I have one more example. Correct. Now what? It means wherever I use those formattings, correct? Okay, no matter how many the words or characters may be in between the line, okay, which will be followed by such formats. Now what do? I have to follow the values of this. Correct? And these values may be direct or it may be computation from somewhere or it comes from somewhere. Here now I have hard coded it again, like 3.1 and camels. Now instead of these values, I can use variables here. So you have done in C, correct? Printf scanner. See, every time we used to write something like x comma y, I hope you remember in C. And the same way I have done. I'm trying to do over here. That's all, using some brackets. It means percentage, these values are variables, and those will be supplied to these. Okay. Any doubts here? Any doubts? Anyone has any doubt with respect to formatting a string or a format operator?
No, sir.
Okay. Now we have one more thing over here. Now already we know this with respect to functions. How if I have specified 3 arguments, I have to pass 3. I mean 3 what parameters? How much I will be specifying here, the same value should be passed. Now the same thing over here. It means I will be getting type error. Now what is the type error? I have 3% these, but I am passing only 2 values for this operator, format operator. It means now it gives you an error called type error. It means not enough arguments for the format string. You see a simple error. Exactly it works. Means there won't be enough arguments. Now what do? I will put comma 4. Now see it works now. 1, 2, and 4. Here, same way will be true if I omit 1. Correct? Again, not all arguments are converted. It means I have only 2 strings over here. I mean 2 formats, but I am passing 3. Even the vice versa is also. Means this number should match with what values I am passing. Okay, that's what. Programs here to work like exercise programs, debugging. This is already we have done. If it starts with hash and if it is done, we already done this. I mean, just to come out of what the infinite. So while true means it will be always true. Yes, correct to automatically come out or terminate the while loop. I will be using such cases or what statements, continue statement, break statement. We have already done this. Okay. Shall I continue with files? Yes. Mitra, Taneshwari, Amit,
Sir, we have class at 12:15.
15, right? I can continue for another 15 minutes.
Sir, we need break for 10 minutes.
From 11 to 11:15, you didn't take?
Sir, no, sir.
But you need a break after every class. What shall I do? Shall I continue with files? Very interesting one.
Sir, next class.
Remaining, what about others? Priya.
Next class, sir.
Next class, sir.
Okay. Okay. We'll continue in the next class with files. I think this is very, very interesting on files. How to open file, close it, how to read the contents of file, and how to write a file. We will see exactly what exactly we will be studying in files. Okay then. Thank you. Okay. Before I close, if you have any doubts with respect to this, you can ask. Any doubts? Or shall I close?
No, sir. We don't.
Understanding, right? All. Amit,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mitra, Tejal, two participants. Ramya, Tejal, Shweta, Shripriya, Ritika. Ritika? Okay. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll continue the next class. Thank you.